Hello, and this is the Oral History Series for the Oklahoma State University Institute of Technology. I am Clinton Gherkin, the archivist, and we have a very special guest today, our former president of OSUIT and longest serving president, Dr. Bob Klabenes. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Bob Klabenes, and I was president here for, I guess, 28 years.
Okay, let's begin with our first question. So, what led you to Oklahoma State Tech?
When Wayne Miller came to our I was at a campus in Nebraska, and when Wayne Miller came to our campus, we had a really good conversation, and he encouraged me to take a look at this position once he retired. And so I did, and I ended up getting the position, and so that's why I came here.
Okay, what were your positions prior to being the president of OSU Tech?
Well, I was the president of Southeast Community College, Milford campus, and then later on also the Beatrice campus. It's had two campuses for 10 years, and before that, for about 3 years, I was at the Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio, as a researcher in vocational and technical education. So those were my immediate positions before I came here.
Okay, next question. How did these experiences influence your career at OSU Tech?
How did those experiences?
Yeah.
Well, it gave me a really significant background in vocational and technical education at the post-secondary level, because I was, as I said, I'd been at Southeast Community College, Milford campus for 10 years. That's a four-campus system, and that was a campus that was totally devoted to technical education. So that really gave me a good background. But then I was at The Ohio State University as a research specialist in vocational and technical education, and I had the opportunity to work with institutions from Hackensack, New Jersey, to Los Angeles, California. So that was a wide range of experiences that contributed to my development and being ready for this position.
Okay, what are you most proud of accomplishing during your tenure at OSU Tech?
Well, there's a lot of, there are many accomplishments that I'm really proud of, but I think the one that, not a specific instance, but one that over time we were able to elevate the programs and services at the institution to make them truly post-secondary technical education level. And I think that was could be documented by the fact that we were successful in getting 3 Bachelor of Technology programs approved. So we had a strong general education component, and our hands-on technical education was also very, very strong.
What experiences were the most challenging?
The most challenging at this institution were the state. When I came here, the state was really kind of flushed with money in that the oil and gas industry was doing extremely well. Then the bottom fell out of the oil industry, and we took significant budget reductions for several years, and managing how to get through those budget reductions and still keeping the institution at a high technical level was really challenging.
So how do you feel the current direction OSU Tech's taking right now?
Would you repeat that, please?
How do you feel the current state of the college?
Yeah. Well, I think it's overall, it's done pretty good. I'm sometimes a little a little dismayed in that I think it doesn't stay as focused as much on high-level technical education that we had envisioned. But overall, it's doing good.
So, how are your relations with the rest of the OSU system?
Oh, my relationship with the OSU system was excellent. You know, the campus in Oklahoma City was, in a lot of ways, was like us, but wasn't entirely like us in that it was started differently, in that it was an extension of the engineering college at the campus in Stillwater. While we started, this institution started as a completely separate institution and served, when it first started, it served entirely veterans, didn't get any state appropriation, and offered the programs based on the funding they got from the Veterans Administration.
Okay. I know that your tenure involved the modernization of the campus and the installation of notable buildings like the Student Union and Noble Technology Center and the Donald W. Reynolds Center. Can you tell us about that process of modernizing the campus?
Yeah, this campus started as a hospital, and so we had rows and rows of barracks that housed military people that had been injured in war, and they came back, and this was a rehabilitation center for them to be ready to enter back into society. So many of the buildings here were temporary buildings. They scared me to death in terms of, I thought they were a fire hazard, because they all had wooden floors and no fire protection system. But anyway, it was a good way for the institution to start, and these facilities served that. And then Mr. Covell was sent over here from the main campus in Stillwater, and he just did an excellent job in terms of establishing the base for this institution as we know it today.
So, how do you feel about OSU Tech's status during your tenure?
During my tenure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very pleased with the progress that I thought we were able to make, you know, because when I came, none of the courses were offered for college credit. So we went through applying to the North Central Association and getting college credit approved. And so we were able to establish degree programs. And the thing that we did to separate us from the typical junior community college in the state, our technical education degrees were 90 semester hours in length, but we operated on a trimester calendar, so students could still complete their associate in applied science degree in 2 years based on the academic calendar by the way that we operated.
Okay, I heard about the business partnerships OSU Tech was in. So, what business partnerships do you feel most proud about?
Well, many. You know, in our diesel and heavy equipment program, we had partnerships with Caterpillar, Komatsu, Ditch Witch, et cetera. In our automotive technology program, we had partnerships with Toyota and Nissan and General Motors and Ford. All of those, I couldn't say that one, I was more proud of one than the other. The first one we got approved was with Toyota, and I'll always be grateful for that because that was the model that we used to establish all of the other just about all of the other partnerships, in that students would spend about half of their time on campus in class and laboratories, and then through internships, and they were paid internships. I wouldn't do anything with an employer that wasn't willing to do a paid internship for students. And so we established a really good model for helping students get the knowledge and skills they needed to become good technicians, but also their paid internships would allow them to basically complete their degree without a lot of financial debt, and in most cases, no financial debt.
So, what academic program do you feel had the most improvement during your tenure?
I would say construction technology had significant improvement. Graphic design was not a very strong program, and we were able to move that to one of the strongest programs in the nation. So all of the programs, I felt like we were able to elevate the quality of them, because we brought in strong general education component, which was necessary to make a really good technician, and then we had strong technical programs, because one of the things that insisted on is the faculty we hired always had a strong experience in business and industry, so that they could relate to students what the real world of work was like.
Okay, next question. So we have some pictures in the archives of you with some U.S. presidents. Can you talk about your experience meeting them?
Yeah, I've kind of forgotten. Let's see, I know I met both George H. Bush and George W. Bush, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, maybe others. But the thing that, you know, when you're kind of a country boy like I was, you think those people are different than everybody else. And in essence, when you meet them and get to talk to them face to face, they're just like everybody else. They just happen to be President of the United States. And so that was just a wonderful experience, getting to meet the different presidents of the United States.
Okay, I think you answered all the questions. Do you want to have any closing remarks in this interview?
No, I just want to thank you and the campus for pulling together the archives so that it's reserved for the history of the institution. This institution has significantly changed the lives of many, many people, and very proud of my association with the institution.
Yeah, and thank you too. It was great having you here.
Okay, thank you.